Hey traders, welcome to Quad S Trading, and if you want to know how I made $2,300 today, just sit back, relax, and let me go over these two stocks that I shorted in this video for you. So let's start with ENLV because this was here by far the easiest trade of the day. It's the least stressful one. It is a VW trade. And the reason why we call it a VW trade is because this strategy or this pattern is based on the VWAP. Now let's just go back here and do a replay. So let's do it on the candle right here. As you can tell, everything here is red. This blue one is a condition. It's not an entry. It's just a condition to allow us to do a VW trade. So don't worry about this blue circle here. Now let's fast forward this one candle right here. Now, here's your green circle. Our table here, everything is green and it closed below. So this is when you enter. So obviously you'll be entering on the next candle here. So my entry was at 144. And you just let the trade do its thing. Once you enter here, you set your stop loss at 195. Now, because $2 is very close to 195 and it's a round number, I actually set my stop loss at 205, 206. Just that way that if it tries to hit that $2 and tank, I don't want to be wicked out of this trade and get stopped out for this. So we entered at 144. I set my stop loss. And you just go along with your day. You don't need to stare at this stock all day. You just let it do its thing. And at the end of the day, it is a winner. So over here, it did retest the high of the day. So if you were to watch this chart, you would have been freaking out. Oh my God, we're going to get stopped out. And just look at what happens. The stock just tanks hard. And it just tanks and tanks and tanks until the end of the day. And you know what? At, let's say 7:30, 8 o'clock, there was a better price than my exit here. So once I got here, I figured here's why I exited here. So one of our profit target is the EMA adjusted. Another one is EMA, SMA, and the current monthly pivot. So because there were so many profit targets in this area here, I just figured, you know what? Let's just get out now in case it hits it and bounces back up. But if you would have played the real strategy and it's wait till the end of the day, you would have gotten a slightly better price at roughly, I think it was just under $1, right? So here's the full trade. So essentially it came from here at 144 all the way down to 115 right here. So this was a 2% account growth on just this one trade. And if you went all the way to the bottom right here, it would have been a 3.4%. So a much better profit target at the end of the day. However, because there were so many profit targets in this one cluster here, I decided to take profit right here. Next trade was INHD. So this one here was a little bit tricky. So this one here, I decided to play up the pivot and resistance strategy. So I took a first position at the current monthly pivot. So when I take these resistance pivots, I short so small that if I do get stopped out, it's just going to be a paper cut. I'm hoping what happens is the stock comes up and then it does a VW afterwards and I hit the tops and I average a lot higher when the VW one happens, but this case here we got stopped out. So I took a net position here at 114 with the current monthly pivot. Then if you go to the 4-hour chart, and let's just analyze this here, see how there's this wick right here with 8.32 million shares or volume up here, right? And it matches all this. So that would have been like the my stop loss, or not, sorry, not my stop loss, but this would have been like my final entry. And then my stop loss is at this, if it passes this here, which is the 187 mark. And then if you zoom in like this here, I took an entry up in this area here in the 142. So the range is very like, you know, the 140 all the way up to the 160. But I played it at the 140. So I wasn't sure if, you know, it's sometimes when you're not sure if you go 140, 150, 160, just do like half your entry here, half over here. Right, if you're not 100% sure. So that's what I did. So I took a full starter here, and then for my average up, I did half here, half here. Now this here halted right here on this candle right here. There was a halt. So I assumed because this green here, if you look here, is at the peak here and up over here, that it was going to tank right after. So I took a small position here, and obviously it did not do that. It came back down, and I got stopped out here. Not a big deal. Like I said, we trade so small that when you get stopped out, you just get a small little paper cut. So not a big deal. So I lost $1,000 here. Now, when this here comes up, halts like crazy, and it comes up. Now, when I saw this halt here, with a very long red wick. I set my limit order, right? So it's halting right now. I set my limit order, no, way down here, 290, and it will always give you the entry at the opening of the candle. So this opened at 305, this is your entry. Now, when it halted again here, I entered again. I did a limit order way down here, and I entered at 291 because that's what it opened at. And my stop loss is at the high of the day on these risky trades. So once again, it halted here. I set my limit order way down here. That way I get in no matter what, and I got in at the open, 261, and it halted again right here. I entered right here at the open of 222, and obviously it halted here, and many places, but I figured with 4 entries, I'm good enough. And this win here was a huge of $2,385. And if we go from here, which is my first entry through a 5, all the way down to 53 cents, which is right here, that's 83% loss. Well, like the stock tanked 83%, which is crazy. This is, you know, Chinese stocks is what they do, right? So that's it for my 2 trades for today. Now, if we were to head over into the Discord, you can see where a bunch of our members, they post their trades. So he took $695 on AEHL, INHD, he's up 169, and SBV, he's up 45. So that's a nice total win of $909. Now Nick here, he's actually new. I think this is his first day actually trading live with real money, and he did amazing today. I think he said down here, 14% is account growth on the first day of trading, which is amazing, right? Some people do this in a year. He did that in 1 single day. Now in the live trading with a masterclass, we took 5 trades on 4 tickers because we did get stopped out on the INHD. So he took it back and he made some money on that one there. On CJET, this was actually a really nice trade for him. Unfortunately, I was busy, so I wasn't able to be there in live trading with them. But he took it at right here at 285 on a retest of these 2 high here. And look at this offering, boom, 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 huge tank all the way down. This is a massive win that I missed out on, but that's fine. And then same thing with him, INHD. He got in just under the current monthly pivot, right? He got in at 147. So see, I wasn't even live trading with these guys today, and I entered at 147 exactly where he did, and I entered at 114, slightly above the current monthly pivot. He went in slightly under. So like, we trade the same strategies, and it can be taught very easily because we entered more or less at the exact same spots. The only difference is that on this halt here, I took a position which he did not, and I got out slightly higher. But other way, I got in here, 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 all the way down. He took 1 large position here when it crossed below the EMA 9, and he covered half here in case it pops back up, and then took a big win down there. So that's a good trade for him. ENLV, so he took that trade at 154 and he covered at the EMA, right? So the same place as I did. When he got in at 118, I got at 115, but the end of the day would have been the very nice win. And then last one here is AEHL. He took it up here at 268 and covered here when it started pumping up, and good thing he did because this stock would have been way up against him. So awesome day for everybody, finally, because the market's been super slow the past couple weeks. Hopefully this is the first day of the stocks where it's actually, hey, things are coming back to normal. I know the government shutdown's done. These stocks, the small caps that we trade, are starting to get their the S3s, all the filings get done. That way they can start pumping and diluting again. So anyways, if you like what you see, head over to our Discord. We live trade for free every Monday so that you guys can learn strategies. So if you guys did join us today, you could have taken all these trades with us because we live trade for free every single Monday. Anyways, like what you see, head over to Discord and we'll see you there.